Yo, what's good folks? It's KnightmareFrame here with a new Warframe build video. I knew as soon as I released that DOKRAHM video, people would be asking me about the NEZHA build. Don't worry fam, I got you. It was a little teaser. Alright, so we know NEZHA was quite the controversial frame back in the day, where everyone thought he was a trap until DE decided to buff his kit and his kit. If you know what I mean, that package stuff. Anywho, NEZHA is literally one of the best frames with the best kit out there. He is a tank and a support. To play both roles, you need to build him in a certain way, but since I mostly play with him as a tank and a minor DPS, my NEZHA will be built for certain things. So before anyone says anything, this is my build and this is how I feel like playing him. Before we get into the build, let's start off by talking about his abilities, just for those who need a quick rundown of how NEZHA works and what he is all about. So Firewalker is a duration based ability where he leaves a trail of fire wherever he walks. It deals damage and CCs the enemies. It increases his movement speed, and allies who walk over this fire get Condi cleansed. His second ability, Blazing Chakram, is when NEZHA throws a flaming disc where it deals damage and marks enemies. Any enemy that dies with the Chakram effect have a chance of dropping health orbs. This can be enhanced with its augment. Throwing the disc to a location and activating the ability once again can teleport you to that location. Performing this action with your first ability active will cause a fiery explosion at the location you port it to. You can also charge the ability to deal extra damage. Warding Halo, aka the Budget Iron Skin, his third ability, gives NEZHA 90% damage reduction and status immunity. Once activating Warding Halo, you gain 3 seconds of invulnerability. During this invulnerability state, taking any damage will be converted into the health cap of your Warding Halo. Enemies who get close to you while Warding Halo is active will burn and be dealt with slash damage. When Warding Halo runs out, you also gain 3 seconds of invulnerability. So you're pretty hard to kill, but doing some super high level content you could get one-shotted by Nullfire, because NEZHA is quite squishy without Warding Halo. His fourth and final ability, Divine Spears, where he summons spears of light from the earth that impales his enemies. Not a damaging ability, but more of a really good crowd control ability. Using your Blazing Chakram on impaled enemies will produce a second Chakram that will seek out other targets. Okay, now that you get how he works, let's talk about how I've modded him and why I chose the mods that I use. Quick reminder, this might not be the best build for you, but works just fine for me. Alright, so the aura is Corrosive Projection. Why? Because it's the default aura polarity, and it helps a little with armor stripping. And since I usually use NEZHA as a melee frame, I could swap it out for Steel Charge, but I prefer this due to the flexibility and as most utility auras are with a dash polarity. The Exilus is an enemy radar. Since I usually take him for higher level content, I prefer the extra enemy radar. Even if your pet or sentinel dies, you still have the radar, which also helps in enemy pathing. I got the 2 Umbral mods to boost my HP and power strength, because having the extra health does help NEZHA a lot, especially in higher level missions where enemies quickly eat through your Warding Halo. Alongside Umbral Intensify, I also have Transient Fortitude for more power strength, as all his abilities scale off of power strength. Primed Continuity for the duration, this helps his first and fourth ability and also counteracts the negative effects of Transient Fortitude. Adaptation for the added defenses when you run out of your Warding Halo and helps with toxin procs from the infested. For some reason, that still penetrates your Warding Halo. If you want, you can swap this out for health conversion, but I highly suggest to run with adaptation a lot more. Streamline for the efficiency, which is mostly for your second ability since you'll be spamming that ability quite often. Hunter Adrenaline to help replenish energy when you take hits to your HP. That's if you're doing high level content. And lastly, I got the Blazing Chakram Augment, Reaping Chakram, which ends up increasing the damage of the Chakram and drop rate of the health orbs from the enemies hit with the ability. And for those who want more damage output, do try this other build, which I used to use for quite a while, but I prefer the health orbs more. So all I did with this build was swap out Hunter Adrenaline for Rage. This reduces the percentage from 45% to 40% of health damage to energy conversion, just so I can fit a Vigorous swap, since I usually go back and forth with my armor stripping weapon and melee. And with the recent melee changes, this mod becomes very fluid with NEZHA and quite powerful. Aim, shoot, and melee will trigger the mod's effect. Using block combos will trigger the effect as well, as it counts as a weapon swap because holding down right click will count as an aim during your melee attack. So guys, here is my Umbral Juicer NEZHA. He is thick in all the right places. Damn, these naughty thoughts.
Begone, demons!
Yes, this is how I play my NEZHA, and if you got any nice NEZHA tips that you want to share with the folks, do leave them in the comments section down below. Alright folks, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. For more, please refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.